An explosive device detonated on Saturday, that is yesterday, in southwestern Colombia, killing at least 14 people and injuring more than 38 others in a devastating attack on a passenger bus traveling along the Pan American Highway in the municipality of Quejibio in the conflict-ridden Cauca department. Authorities said that 5 minors were among the injured, while rescue teams continued searching for several missing passengers amid the wreckage of burned and overturned vehicles scattered across the highway. Officials reported that the explosion occurred after a silence blocked traffic on the road using a bus and another vehicle, effectively halting movement before triggering the device. And the blast carved a large crater into the roadway and destroyed multiple vehicles, leaving bodies and debris strewn across the scene as emergency responders worked to recover victims. Cauca Governor Octavio Guzman confirmed the death toll and injuries, stating on social media that the situation was catastrophic and that the region remained under severe tension. The attack was quickly condemned by Colombia's military leadership, with Armed Forces Commander General Hugo Lopez describing it as a terrorist act against civilians. He attributed responsibility to dissident factions of the former Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, specifically groups linked to Ivan Morisco and the Jaime Martinez faction, both of which rejected the 2016 peace agreement and continue to operate in the region. Well, President Gustavo Petro also strongly condemned the bombing, calling those responsible terrorists, fascists and drug traffickers, and linking the violence to organized criminal networks engaged in drug trafficking and territorial control. He stated that Colombia's military would respond with maximum force against the perpetrators. Authorities have long identified Cauca and neighboring Valle del Cauca as strategic corridors for illegal armed groups competing for control of coca cultivation areas and trafficking routes towards the Pacific port, a major export hub for cocaine shipments to Central America and Europe. Well, the attack was part of a wider surge of violence across southwestern Colombia, where officials reported at least 26 coordinated incidents in just a period of 2 days. All these included attacks on a police station in Jamundi, attempts to strike a civil aviation radar facility in El Tambo using explosives-laden drones that were intercepted, and car bombings near military installations in Cali and Palmyra that caused significant damage and heightened alarm, but fewer casualties. Defense Minister Pedro, who was in the region with senior officials and local governors during the escalation, said that the government had reinforced military and police presence and would intensify intelligence operations. Regional authorities have also called for urgent federal assistance, warning of what they describe as a terrorist-level escalation ahead of the upcoming national elections. Officials have offered rewards for information leading to the capture of individuals that are believed to be coordinating the attacks, including a figure identified as Marlon, linked to dissident armed networks operating in the region. Authorities say that the renewed wave of violence reflects ongoing clashes between armed groups financed through drug trafficking, illegal mining and extortion as they compete for territorial dominance years after the formal end of Colombia's internal armed conflict. And the bombing has intensified national concern as Colombia approaches a critical election period on May 31, with security now a central issue in the political landscape. Violence has increasingly targeted public infrastructure and civilians, raising fears of further instability. Political leaders across the spectrum have reported receiving threats and are campaigning under heavy security, underscoring the continued influence of armed groups in shaping Colombia's fragile security environment. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.